Hi, this is Nick from Aguazio, here to talk to you about our function marketplace. So let's get right into it. So I'm here at the MLRun.org homepage, and we have links to both our documentation as well as the function marketplace. So what is the function marketplace? The function marketplace is a set of pre-built MLRun functions. If you're interested in learning more about MLRun functions and running your code easily on top of a Kubernetes cluster, check out our simple containerization and deployment video that should be up now. But it talks about how you can package up a piece of Python code, add configuration, and then easily run it at scale on top of a Kubernetes cluster. And what we have here in this function marketplace is a set of these functions that have already been created for different purposes. For example, I have one here for describing a data frame, or for doing feature importance using permutations, or loading a DAS cluster with data. So lots of stuff that we have thought are useful and created and displayed here in our function marketplace. But you can absolutely create your own functions and just point your function marketplace to a different GitHub repository. So I'm going to go in here, show you some of the stuff that we have. For example, we can take a look at machine learning functions that are jobs. So we can take a look, we have our sklearn classifier or our V2 model tester. I'm going to take a look at the one that I used in our previous example for our code to function example, which was the describe function. And what this will do is describe and visualize data set statistics. So I'm going to click on this and we see a few different tabs. For example, some documentation on what exactly the module does. We can see an example notebook of using it, using the function, saving it, testing it, running it locally, and running it remotely. These are some concepts that we talked about in our code to function video. Then you can also view the source code itself. So this is the source code behind the scenes and what is actually a part of this function. So in order to deploy it, it's very, very simple. We go over here to deploy function, and it will give you a piece of code to copy and paste into your Jupyter notebook. If you remember back to our code to function video, where we talked about containerizing our code and running it on top of the platform, we ran this exact line of code. And this allowed us to reach out to our function marketplace with the hub prefix and our describe function. And this pulled all the code needed, pulled it onto our cluster, and was available for us to run either in our Jupyter container or at scale on top of our Kubernetes cluster. So feel free to take a look at some of the things that we have available here in the MLRun marketplace. There's lots of great functions that we have created and things that we think are useful. For example, there's one here for sending an email or notifying through Slack. There's another one for TF serving, and another one for using XGB frameworks. So you can go in here, click on it, view more information, view an example notebook, and of course, get the code to easily deploy the function on top of your Aguazio cluster. So that was just a little bit about our MLRun marketplace. If you're interested in learning more about the marketplace or have any questions for us, feel free to reach out to our sales team today. We look forward to hearing from you. Thanks.